You know, when times are good, everybody's busy. You know, if you're in love with the iPhone, then the answer to everything is iPhone. If you're in love with your Apple Watch, when you're in love with Twitter, the answer is, that. You know, so when times are good, everybody focuses on that, and there's only limited time. So I think I was closed to the possibility. It's just there's so many other things going on, and when the COVID crisis hit, everybody got sent home, and we all had to contemplate ideas that we had previously rejected, and we had to embrace ideas that just were very foreign to us. So how do I discover crypto? Well, first I have a mega problem, and the mega problem is I have a lot of cash, and I'm watching it melt away, and I'm helped to realize I have a mega problem by this insane V recovery in the bond market and the equity market, and all of the talking heads. So after that, then I have an opportunity, which is I've got a cash generating business, and then I've got one more problem, which is the investors, the outside investment community. If you go to them and say, hey, we're a great enterprise software company and we've got all this cash, their answer is, well, we don't really value the cash. Well, I mean, because they're smarter than I am, right? Now, I'm not joking, I'm being serious. They are smarter than I am. They knew before I knew that cash is trash, and you're a fool to sit on the cash. You're just, if the natural asset inflation rate is 10%, it means that every time I generate 50 million in operating income, I burn 50 million in purchasing power on the cash. And we're just running as hard as we can to stand still. So we weren't getting any credit for the cash. We didn't need the cash. Ergo, we need to do something. And so what is the thing you're going to do? And we started working through it. Like, what do you do if you have $500 million of cash you don't need? Well, you can buy your own stock back, right? There's a limit to how fast you can do it. If you go into a market in a thinly traded stock and you're buying 20% of the float every day, that's going to take about 4 years, right? It's like, if your ice cube is melting 15 or 20% a year, you don't got 4 years, or at least, inflation is going to do a better job. So that didn't really make sense. So we got kicked into high gear. Like, everybody got kicked into high gear this year, right? If you didn't know how to use Zoom, like we started on a Monday morning with one video conferencing technology. We discarded it. I'm not going to say which one. We discarded it for another one by 11 a.m. By 2 p.m., we're using Zoom. By 4 p.m., the CEO sends out an edict. Zoom is now the corporate standard. Everyone will switch over to Zoom starting tomorrow, right? That's how, and by the way, the same CEO that said, I don't believe in remote work. You got to show up to the office or else you're not working for me. And I would have sworn up and down I hated remote work until COVID crisis hit. Flip. And so that same idea happened with the balance sheet. There are all these strongly held views. You got to be conservative. You got to invest in cash and short-term T-bills, and you don't contemplate anything else. And then all of a sudden, you contemplate other things. So, I mean, you're an expert. You tell me, if you had $500 million of cash right now, where would you invest it?